So I never recorded a video of the build of my kettle. I don't know why. So I took it apart and decided to just kind of show the pieces, take some pictures, and thought I could at least commentate about it a little bit. So what I wanted to do was build a kettle mainly for brewing a bag. So I wanted it to be it had to be pretty big. I wanted it to have a stainless steel basket and to help support the bag itself. So I ended up going with a 44 quart um, Bayou Classic that had it came with a steam boil basket in it, which was great. It made the price a lot better. It's actually the 1144 model is the one that I chose, and it's been working really good. It's got an extra gallon at the top of space uh, that helps support where the basket actually is. It's hard to really explain unless you see a picture of it, but there's a place where the basket sits in there, and you still have like a gallon of headspace roughly up at the top there. So I think it's 11 gallons is what that actually is, but like 10 gallons is really what's workable in the kettle. So I put on this thing a three-piece valve on it for draining. Again, all stainless steel. And I also put like a hop filter that went on the back of a bulkhead there. So it went from the ball valve, three-piece ball valve, went to the bulkhead, and then that connected over to the hop filter. And I also put a thermal well in there for my thermometer. The reason I decided to do that was I thought it might be better protection with that basket that's going to be setting in and out on top of it. So I wanted to be sure that I had some protection for the thermometer itself. I didn't really want it to break or have any issues with it. So that's why I put a thermal well. Now everything had to be very, very low on the kettle. So because the basket goes down pretty far, I don't have the measurement right now, but you don't have a lot of space down there. So you had to drill this thing as low as you could. And I also kind of thought the thermal well might actually help shield the thermometer a little bit from the extra heat of the burner down there. You still have to fill it with thermal grease in order to make it work a little bit better. Haven't had any trouble with it, but that's just another thing that I was doing. Um, so when it comes to actually drilling the holes in there, um, you basically need an 1/8 inch drill bit to start your initial hole, and from there you use a step bit. And I believe I needed to be 13/16, and I think that's probably pretty standard. I was for sure verify that, but when you actually go and you drill them in, that's where you want to go down to. Then I use some, coarse, like some plumbing sandpaper, the kind that plumbers will use to clean up the edge of a pipe. That helps clean off the burrs and the edges inside. I actually had a grinding stone that I used on the edge of my drill first, I think, to get the rough stuff off, and then use the sandpaper as well. It's pretty important to make sure you use a lot of cutting oil. You don't want to um, burn out your drill bit or deform your stainless steel at all. You want a nice constant even pressure, and don't go too fast. I do have another video where I had added to this kettle later on a glass sight glass, so I do show some of that and how I strap this thing down. Certainly got to strap it down tight as well. Unfortunately, I can't go into that much detail because I didn't show you the video. Um, as far as what you need to put Teflon tape on, I pretty much show that over here. Both parts of the bulkhead and the end of the off the outside connector that goes to the three-piece valve, and on the thermal well we had to use some Teflon tape for sealant. There's a picture of it on the inside as well, what it all kind of looked like at the end on the inside. And here's what we looked like on the outside. I put the thermal well, as you can see from the hole as well, was a little bit higher, but I wanted the drain to go as low as I could. You'll also notice that when you're looking from the inside, you be careful because the edge of the don't drill too far down, because you've got the curvature of the bottom of the kettle, and on the inside and the outside it's a little bit, obviously it's a little thicker, or shorter on the inside. So you don't want to drill to the point that when you put that bulkhead on, that the washer's not going to sit flush, or it'll never really seal right. So be careful not to go too far down. Um, And that's pretty much it. It's easy to clean. The three-piece valves makes it great to pull apart. The thermowell is good. What I do with that is I take the thermometer out when I'm cleaning, and I just have a little cap that goes inside of the thermowell to keep all the thermal grease from getting wet. So when I'm washing the kettle, I can take my thermometer out itself to protect it. I can protect all the thermal grease inside of there with just by putting a cap on there. It's just I use a PVC cap. You can get them in stainless steel, doesn't matter. That way you can wash the kettle real well. Um, and you'll see a few different things that the actual basket will just set right on top. Gives you space and fits in there just great. So that's pretty much it though. That's how I roughly built my kettle.